Guys, so got Rafa's car out here. Got him all dialed in. Got a couple little issues, but it's a badass San Limo.
It wasn't my fault.
It wasn't Rafa's fault. Transformer theme. All right, here we go. See. Stop. Hey, what's up, guys? I wanted to jump in the video here real quick to show you guys our new shirts. So we got the San Limo, kicking it old school. This is Joe Fab's new car. This is the shirt for his car. We've also got this one you guys have been asking for. This is our GLAMIS Fab. Get another one back in the dunes. You guys have been asking for this one, so here it is. We also have the GLAMIS Fab Crew shirt. Check it out, guys. There's the GLAMIS Fab Crew with all of us on the shirt. Last but not least, our GLAMIS Fab, not all superheroes wear capes. So I want to remind you guys, anything you purchase on theduneaddict.com between now and December 31st gets you entered to win those Rogue sand tires. So all this merch is now available on theduneaddict.com. Jump on over there. Get yourself a shirt, a hat, a hoodie, a sticker, an air freshener, anything you want to pick up on theduneaddict.com. Get you an entry to win those tires. Now let's get back to the video.
Are we on the air?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are back out here once again at GLAMIS Fab, and Joe's out of town hunting this weekend. Hopefully he's going to bring us back some meat. They're out elk hunting, so we're here just kind of holding down the fort. It is the weekend after Thanksgiving. I'm sorry about the wind. It is a bit breezy out here, boys, but not a whole lot going on. It's kind of slow today. Just kind of kick back, doing a few little things here and there. But if there is a bunch of dune carnage, we will bring it to you. We're working on a power steering pump over here for somebody, and we've done a couple tires this morning. But other than that, it's pretty slow. And like I said, if there's anything crazy that comes along, we'll bring it to you. So you guys stick around. And again, welcome back to the channel. All right, guys. So we're back out at the shop, like I told you earlier. And you know how I always bitch about you guys running your fuel lines underneath the CV axles? Well, this is on the opposite side of this guy's car, and he broke an axle. And look what it did to the chassis. So just so you guys know, those of you guys that run your fuel lines underneath these axles, this thing would have gotten red hot, broke, and probably caught the car on fire had the fuel system been ran that way. But check that out, boys.
Holy moly.
Next car in, we got a Turbo S, and we are gonna replace the clutch in this thing real quick and get this guy back in the dunes. Should be a pretty easy deal. We'll try to bring you guys the whole process. Since it's just me and Wedo here today, I can jack up and hold stuff and film at the same time.
Maybe this fancy looking car.
I think it'll clear.
I hope it clears. That's not the 18.
No.
Nope, no 18 yet. Hold on. Here you go. Send it.
Yep. All right, clutch bolts out, removal tools going in.
Other one.
Need the little one. Dune butter.
Yeah. The sending sauce.
Sending sauce, dune
Yes.
butter.
The sending sauce. The sending
So
sauce.
we always put anti-seize on the bolts, guys. Just it helps keep things from locking up, breaking, and
For making the video longer.
yeah.
That's what happens. Uh-oh. Nope. Other one. I'm not idiot.
Got the old clutch off, taken apart in 30 pieces, and we're gonna slip the new one on here, put the bolt back in, and off they go. Guys, next car in today, CV service on some 934 mid boards, and it turns out that it is all bad. Midboard CVs are bad, inboard CVs are bad, so this one's gonna be a big job. We're pulling the midboard CVs out right now. It's going to need new seals, new bearings. Oh yeah, you got a CV issue over there as well. So sounding like it's going to be all four CVs, 934. So we'll get another one back in the dunes. All right, guys, I'm going to show you real quick where the CVs are trashed.
They're like toast.
Yeah, they're beat. You can see they're all beat up. See the metal sticking up?
Yeah.
That's getting ready to break right there. Guys, we got the midboard back together and back on. And what we're finding is, look at the inside, the holes, the vent holes are all full, packed full of grease. So we're gonna get our secret concoction sprayed on here and get this hub completely cleaned off. We'll get the axle in, we'll re-grease it, we'll clean the outside of it, and then put the cap back on. So it looks like the midboard seals were shot as well. We were able to save the bearings in there, so that's good. But as you guys can see, there was hardly any grease in the cup. And when this car came in, everything was hot to the touch. You could barely touch the axles or the CVs. I've got the new CV on here, just getting ready to pack that and get it ready to go back in the car. So 4 new CVs, and hopefully we can save the hub bearing on that side. New seal on that side. We were able to save the bearings there. They were okay. We just re-greased them, repacked them. So hopefully this side will go the same. Right, guys, we got this side finished up. Weddle jumped over to this side, and we got sand falling out of the boots. So I guarantee this side's gonna need the whole,
You put the gun again.
the whole shebang and everything. So Weddle's gonna get it shredded right now. I'll get the old CV out, get it cleaned up, and we'll start putting the new ones in. We're 2 down, 2 to go, and this car will be all finished up. Flip it around, flip it over. Oh, yeah, that got a little warm.
Just a little.
All right, Weddle's finishing up that midboard car. I got another car came in, needs a power steering pump. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this old one off. I already got the pulley off, let it drain down there into the pan, and we'll get this thing swapped out. And like we say, get another one back in the dunes, boys. Day's moving right along. Got another car in here, little nitrous LS deal, and it's got no spark, it's got no power to the coils. So we're gonna dig in here and do a little troubleshooting electrically and see why the coil packs have no power on them. All right, well, I jumped into this thing. They didn't have to pull the back seat. It turned out there was a bad relay that put power to the coils. I jumped up in here and replaced it, and she fired up and ready to go. Yeah. There she goes, boys. Another one back in the dunes. All right, guys. Next day, a couple racers in this morning, and this brand new Can-Am.
What's been a minute, dude? What's up, buddy? Already good?
Bennett. So I think that's going to be the new one for us, guys, is the lower arms on these things. They bottomed out, tacoed it. They're going to run over to Gilmore's over there and see if they got one, and then they'll come back and we'll put it on. So the quad come in, need a whip tab welded on. So I went ahead and welded this tab on for them. That thing will never come off of there. And yeah, get another one back in the dunes. Weddle's doing some tires for a car. Tire guy over here.
Someone dropped the ramp and ran over it.
Oh.
Yeah, right here.
These guys were just finishing up a radius rod out there we put on. And yeah, pretty slow today, guys.
Is it really? Yeah. Listen to this one though. How far did you have to go for this part?
Over here, I'll send you.
I'll send you. Nobody carries it. And when Gilmore's carries them, they're sold out.
Yeah, because you have that one that you picked up for scrap
Yep.
already.
Yep.
So, brand new Can-Am, guys. Guy hit a little G out and bent the lower on. Twisted it up down there, and then the axle hit. So, this is the first one we've done where we've had to swap it. So,
We're going to put them back in the highway right now.
we're about to find out how hard it is. Weddle got the old arm out. You guys can see where it
Buckles.
took a shot right there. He's about to put the new one back up in there without beating his head on the upper arm again.
Man, my head hurts.
But these are way nicer than the old Can-Ams to put arms in. It's definitely doable here. The old Can-Am, you got to pull the whole front end off the car because it's like a bulkhead slide-in style. All right, guys, we got the lower arm replaced. Install went pretty easily. Like I said, the old Can-Ams used to have a stud here where that bolts in, and we used to have to slide the arm in that way onto the stud. These ones have a bolt, right? Sorry about that, guys. It's right there. And then the nut is actually part of the frame. So you don't have to worry about holding on to the nut in the back. And arm comes right off relatively easy. I don't like the fact that we've seen two of these today with the arm bent right here in the same spot, and they did the same thing. And then this one, you guys can see I have tape here holding the wiring for the shock, but it flung the spring holder off. So I grabbed a king one that we had just to get him back in the dunes for now. But it compressed the spring, the tension went away, and the spring holder flung out of it and got lost in the dunes. So we'll get this thing put back together, and it's gonna be back riding. Guys, like I said, another slow day, but we got this cool little sand limo / sand tricks car in for a CV service. Kind of cool how they didn't do the normal headlights. They just put LEDs in there. Kind of cool looking, but so it doesn't look like that. That's the normal style headlight. That's Chevy Colorado. But yeah, pretty cool looking car. Someone did a nice body on it. Nice dash. And we are doing a CV service on one side. He had a hole in a boot, but we don't just replace the boot. If we pull a CV, we do a complete service on it. Check the CVs, check the grease, and this thing did not look very greasy. Relatively dry-ish.
There's the problem.
And so yeah, guys, there's the problem. This boot's got a hole in it, so we're gonna ditch it and put on a new one. While I was getting that CV done, I got a guy come in with a broken AR. Broke off here, so I made a plug for it. Sorry guys, let me clean my lens. Made a plug for it, drilled a hole. We're gonna pop it in here. We're going to rosette weld it there, and then weld the arm back together and get another one back in the dunes, boys. Finish that arm up. He's on his way. Wedo finished up this CV. We actually put it back together, and the boot slipped off again. So we took the hose clamps off, pulled it back off, put some tie wire on the boot so it didn't slip off anymore. Guys, I know tie wire cuts through the boots, and a lot of people are going to jump in the comments and say, oh, tie wire cuts through the boots. If you do it right, they won't cut through the boots. Don't do it too tight. That's what happens. When you do it too tight, it'll cut the boot. When you do it just right, it's nice and tight, and it won't cut your boot. So, all cleaned up. This one's all done, and the day is coming to a close. If anything else comes in, we'll bring you guys along with us, so stick around. Guys, so that's a wrap on this one. Was a slow weekend out at GLAMIS Fab, but we did have some carnage, got a bunch of cars fixed, and got a bunch of people right back in the dunes. So I also just want to remind you guys once again, any purchase you get from now until December 31st on theduneaddict.com gets you an entry to win those tires. So as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you give us a like and a subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next video.